mix up the heroin. 22nd. Audio is live. I can't hear it. Down. Is there going to be a countdown? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Hey, shout, summertime blues, jumping up and down in your blue suede shoes. I can't remember what they said. James Dean. Welcome to the Sunday service, brothers and sisters. I'd like to announce before we even start the show that's come to our attention that Chris Robinson Brotherhood's tour manager, his name Brian, what's his last name? Sarkin. Brian Sarkin. So we're gonna, our Brian Kincaid will from now on be referred to as Lady B. Right? Nowhere to go, no one to call, ain't nothing to do, but except for nothing at all. I got this same old climb of the same old wall that I've fallen down before. You see, I've been down, I get a little bit depressed. I'm overworked, I'm overstressed, but deep in my heart, Lord, I know that I'm blessed. I ain't gonna cry no more. I ain't gonna cry, I ain't gonna scream. I ain't letting nobody kick no hole in my dream. I will not be falling apart at the seam like I've always done before. You see, I've used my fists, I've used my voice, I've used myself like a cheap Rolls Royce. I never knew that I could just use my choice. I ain't gonna cry no more, except for sometimes. You see people talk behind people's backs. We scheme and we plot and we plan attacks, but someday soon we will be switching tracks in a way that this world just cannot ignore. No, so call up all your buddies, call up all of your friends, call up all your enemies. Make amends with throwing a party, letting everybody in. I ain't gonna cry no more. I ain't gonna just say that. I ain't gonna cry. I ain't gonna cry. I ain't gonna cry no more. No. It's throwing a party, letting everybody in. I ain't gonna cry no more. The yodeling stoner. I remember I made that up the same day that I did a song called when I was a child. When I was a child, I made up those two on the same day. I'll play this one with just my finger. Good and better men all over the world. Tonight you got. If I had a nickel for every dime you had, well, I would have half of your money. You talk about not half bad, whoop, more like 10 times as good. I don't know anyone that wouldn't want to walk around with more money if they could. If you could just come off a little bit of it, that would surely do me good. I'm in between y'all. Can you dig it? I knew that you could. Yeah, can you dig it? I was hoping that you would. There's only one way to win at a shell game. Be the one that gets the other guy to play. You think I'm not right, you might be right. I might have been born yesterday, but I was up all night. Yep. I might have come in here a little cross-eyed looking, but I'm walking out of here all right. I'll be wearing my dark sunglasses, 'cause the sun still shines as bright down on you when you're in between jobs. Can you dig it? I was hoping that you would. Hey, can you dig it? I knew that you could. Seen $100 bill one time, jumping up against a chain link fence. Been walking around outside, looking down the fences ever since. It's the root of all evil, baby. Yep, I agree, and I suppose that the blossom of it would be my kind of poverty. I know how mad I'm getting just thinking about how much more you have than me. I'm thinking, what's keeping me from killing this guy and just taking his shit from him? Can you dig it? I knew that you could. Can you dig it? I was hoping that you would. Can you dig it? I was hoping that you would. Can you dig it? I knew that you could. Yeah, nailed that, especially at the end. When did you hear how long I played the harp at the end? My friend Mark is here, Mara's here. We spoke of Mara last week. This is, let's see, that was off the same record this is off. That last one's one of my favorites. I don't even really know what it's about. I was following it. Just kept following it. The first line was, when that last song first started, the line was, Alan Greenspan is misunderstood. And that didn't make it. But that's how I started it. It said Alan Greenspan was misunderstood. He played the saxophone, which is true. Something to think about. Let me do this real quick. This one I've told you a million times, but I made it up. It's just like it sounds. It was like overcast, and I went up to this fortune teller place. And they were closed. And on the way back, I made this up. I forget what town. I can still picture it. But it was a sound check thing. You know, when I say I made it up too, it's like I made up the beginning of it, and then I took it home and fucked with it for months. low gray clouds rolling over my head. I'm walking up a hill to get my fortune read. I can still take rejection, but it's getting harder to do. I wish I could show you how you hurt me in a way that wouldn't hurt you too. Tennis shoes are hanging from a telephone wire. I got a little money, I could get a little higher. I was alright for a while, but you know how that goes. Everything in moderation, including moderation, I suppose. I never did like the people where I was employed. They were always out to get me 'cause I'm paranoid. Now I'm working for myself, and that don't pay a lousy dime. If what we are here to do is learn to forgive, I'm gonna need more time. Too soon to tell. Too soon to tell. Too soon to tell. By and by. Oh Lord, it's too soon to tell what's going to happen to you when you die. Too soon to tell what we would ever avenge. They say that living well is the best revenge. I say bullshit. The best revenge is revenge. This isn't over. We're gonna meet again. Then I said, Lord, if you're still up there, you have sure got some nerve. It seems like even the wicked, we get worse than we deserve. We're afraid to die, every goddamn one of us. I swear to God, it's like you're making fun of us. Not worth keeping or too good to keep. If you've got a better secret, well, keep it from me. And if you're so God almighty, well, then what's with all this mystery? Yet I would love to trust you, buddy, but you are clearly keeping secrets from me. Too soon to tell. Too soon to tell. Too soon to tell. By and by. Oh Lord, it's too soon to tell what's going to happen to you when you die. At the fortune teller's on the second floor, and the bright red letters hanging off of her door, it said closed. I think it might have been some kind of a sign. I said, don't give up on me, baby. I think I might have lost my mind. I have just met too many people. I love them all too much. They're scattered all over this whole country. I could never possibly stay in touch with all of them. I'm traveling, man. Almost forever, it seems. Well, I woke up one morning. I had a lot more memories than dreams. Low gray clouds rolling over my head. I'm walking down this hill without my fortune read. I can still take this rejection, but it's getting harder to do. I wish I could show you how you hurt me in a way that didn't always hurt you too. I wish I could show you how you hurt me in a way that wouldn't hurt you too. I wish I could show you. A minor, the saddest of keys. I got that. You know, Mercer, this cat named Bob Mercer, Mara knew, sent me to see one of those guys with the robes and shit. You know, Guru, and he had this riff where he said, religion purports to understand where we came from, what we're doing, and where we're going. And when the answer to those questions is that you don't know, you know. I thought that was a pretty good riff. And he had a cool outfit. We were talking about Loretta this morning. Well, John Carter told me he saw her outside of his window. She was dancing alone one night. He felt like this feeling, like she was dancing with his father. And when he asked her, she told him he was right. Said when the red land goes dancing with the ghost of Johnny Cash, Father Time take forever to make it look like less than a lightning flash. A violin boy and two fiddles, two iconic cymbal crash. When the red land goes dancing with the ghost of Johnny Cash. They call her coal miner's daughter. The man in black was what they called him. She come from Butcher Holler. You could hear that train coming around the bend. When the red men go dancing with the ghost of Johnny Cash. Father Time takes forever and makes it look like less than a lightning flash. Violins, bow, and two fiddles, two iconic cymbals crash. When the riddling goes dancing with the ghost of Johnny Cash. Like a song into the ether, like a soul into the light. John Carter, he told me that he saw her. She's out there dancing again that very next night. She was like, goes to Johnny Cash. Father Time take forever, make it look like less than a lightning flash. Violin boy and two fiddles, two iconic cymbals crash. When the riddling goes dancing with the ghost, Johnny Cash. Thank you. What was that? Hey, I made that up with John Carter Cash, which is odd because if he was going to sing it, right, he'd have to say his own name. Anyway. Oh, I forgot to tell you that today is Ramblin' Jack Elliott's, or was it yesterday? 89 years old. So folk music is 89 years old. Not to get on my soapbox, I was kind of already on, but he, in my opinion, I might have said this before, I feel like he invented the touring part of what we do. Not that he'd give a shit or that would matter, but Woody Guthrie didn't really play clubs or do concerts. He played fields and events and parties and things. And before, like, the Birchmere and all that kind of shit, like, it was Ramblin' Jack who got out there with Lightning Hopkins and those cats and sort of invented this circuit, or, I don't know, treaded as far back as I can find. And I love Ramblin' Jack. What a day, what a beach, what a dog, man. We'll talk about him today. And if you're watching, Jack, man, I sure love you, and I love you for everything you've taught me. I met him at Jerry Jeff Walker's 50th birthday party, I think. And we stayed up all night, me and him and Jerry Jeff. This song, I'm a little stoned this morning. This one I came up with, I probably told you before, I came up with it in a drive-through window. And just like, if you've never heard me before, you maybe haven't heard this, but so it makes sense. I'm singing like I'm the guy in the car in front of me. So I was behind a car in the drive-through, and the guy in the car in front of me was yelling at the kid in the window, and I just couldn't help. When I got up to the window and saw how young the kid was, I felt sorry for the rich guy in the car, because I couldn't help but figure, like, what kind of day would lead to that? That how can you blow up over a taco, you know, or like, he just seemed like stressed, and his car was nice and all that. So on my way home, I made up what I thought was his day, you know, what led to exploding in a drive-through window. And here it is. Later on, many years later, Chuck Berry would take this music and make Johnny Be Good and never give me credit. And then that goddamn kiss-ass Hannum, Vice President of Human Resources or something, he stood up. He made a speech about how we would all have to work even harder now. I thought harder now, harder at what? I would give anything to get up and walk out of here, but I am stuck on the corner. Sanity and madness, looking over. Can't see no difference. Making money out of paper, paper out of trees. Making so much money we can hardly breathe. You ought to hear the shit that I get from my daughter. She says she can't even stand the side of the car that I bought her. It's gonna ruin her life forever. She don't ride no rag top. Her and the mother spend my money pretty much non-stop. They're trying to break us for the sake of this neighborhood. They got everybody up and down the street to think we're doing good. We're stuck on the corner. Sanity and madness, it'll look him over. Can't see no difference. Making money out of paper, paper out of trees. Making so much money we can hardly breathe. I didn't even wanna study economics. My parents made me, they said I was gonna be practical. I can't make my kid do a goddamn thing I tell him to. That kid's an unrepentant radical. He is as unimpressed by these plaques in my cubicle as I'm secretly impressed with his ability to look at everything so completely irresponsibly. I'm stuck on the corner of sanity and madness, looking him over. Can't see no difference. Making money out of paper, paper out of trees. Making so much money we can hardly breathe. Oh, now got to call that little pecker Mr. Handelman. I drove home from work as mad as I'd ever been, and then I nearly jerked the kid out of a drive-through window. He said, "Will I be everything?" I said, "What would you know? You're looking at a man about to buy his little girl a rag top. What are you driving? A bicycle, you little punk? I'm stuck on the corner, yeah, yeah. Sanity and madness, oh yeah. Looking them over. Can't see no difference. Making money out of paper, paper out of trees. So much money we can hardly breathe. Making money out of paper, paper out of trees. Making so much money we can hardly breathe. Here's what I want, what I say, hey. I need a miracle every day. Ooh. I sent that last bit out to Bob Weir, hosting the show, right? Loved his work with the Doobie Brothers. Fantastic, fantastic stuff. Right, Brian? China Grove, all that stuff. Bob Weir, love your music, man. Oh, Blackwater, keep on rolling. Sweetwater Club, Bob Weir, Doobie Brothers. Is that just making your skin crawl? Bob. You know, we played Sweetwater with the band, and he came to sound check and hung around all day. What a sweet man. It was right before that new record he made, and so we got to hear about some of that. And then he played, I think he played Wang Dang Doodle with us, didn't he? Yeah. All right, now, friends and neighbors, I'd like to ask you to follow me over here to the mighty, what the fuck is going on? That hair metal thing going. If you like pina colada, if you like making love at midnight, I have $50 says that if that girl had called him back and said, I'll make love with you on the dunes of the Cape, but midnight's not gonna work for me. I think he'd have still gone with it. Don't you? How many of you agree that the time I made this up in jail? There was a time when I was handsome, Lord, there was a time when there was a time when I had money to burn. There was a time when where I landed, Lord, that was the least of mine. It was the least of my concern. But it hurt to lean back in them handcuffs. It like 9 kinds of shame turned to rage. As a younger man, I might have put up a fight, but I just feel like such a fool at my age. A lot of this trouble just finds me. Don't seem to matter which way I turn. How do you know it's too late? How do you know if it's too late? How do you know if it's too late to learn? You know the number one symptom of heart disease, the number one symptom of heart disease is sudden death. It's like time stands still forever till it starts shaking around. It starts shaking around like some crazy old hooker on meth. And you know me, I can't take no preaching. I don't like it on Sunday, no other day. But I feel like I ought to be praying or something, and I can't remember what you say. A lot of this trouble just finds me. Don't seem to matter which way I turn. How do you know it's too late? How do you know it's too late? How do you know it's too late to learn? I've learned nothing up here on this highway, but I have been passed by, and I have passed by more than my share call. And I do remember back in my younger days when I was so certain that driving even faster was what it was gonna get me far. Nothing left to worry here now. There's just this half full or half empty cup. I figure less than an ounce of possession shit. I could do that kind of time standing out. A lot of my troubles, they just find me. Don't seem to matter which way I turn. How do you know it's too late? How do you know it's too late? How do you know? Yeah. What was that? I don't know what happened there. Gotta have the right one of these. That was fun. Where's my camera? Oh. I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna try this. I hope you're having a good time out there. I'm having a good time. This is like our 20th of these. I feel like I'm doing really good today. I don't think I've ever done this on the piano. I just wrote down that I was gonna do it. Now I'm gonna make it happen. This morning I can't punch you. There's too many questions under my skin. My back is aching. I'm so confused. I can't help but feeling like I am being used. I did like they told me to. I settled down. I'm going crazy. I gotta work at this job downtown. What do I do here? Why do I stay? Who are all of these people that I check in with every day? I need a room to think this over. I need a ride out to Horseshoe Lake. I wanna feel like it makes a difference. What difference one man make? They say that one man makes the money, one man makes the time. Well, I need some time to think this over. I wanna make up my own mind. Psyche. I don't need a shrink. I need some time away from all of this. I need a drink. How did I get here? difference one man made. They say one man made some money, one man made you some time. Well, I need some time to think this over. I want to make up my own mind. I need some time to think this over. I want to make up my own mind. Something like that. Yeah, man, that's kind of how that goes. Will, are you? I wonder if Will's watching. I watched Will last. He does these things on his patio. He's really great at those. My man Brian, Lady B. Rye. Oh, God, we found out during one of the songs that there is a Lady B already in Seattle. So, but it's cool because Brian called during one of the songs and they prayed. Didn't you say you prayed with her? So it's all going to be good. It's all going to work out. It'll all work out. Remember Tom Petty? He was so neat. This is a song I was telling Mara about this morning. What else are we missing? Do we have any pronouncements we're supposed to be making on behalf of our Watch the Telethon? This I made this song up. I have a song called Somebody's Coming. I made it up with Mark Marchetti and Shoe Hills. And then about 6 years later, I was watching TV and I was flipping through the stations. And this guy with really long, blonde, curly hair was singing. I got his name, Terry McMillan. He was singing a song I made up. And it's called Somebody's Coming. And I made this up a few months after. I also point out that Country Joe McDonald's birthday is on New Year's Day. And didn't Wavy Gravy just had a birthday too? Happy New Year, everybody. Happy birthday, Country Joe. I resolve to do like I always do. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not hurting you. There's an overweight man with an overweight woman on a sofa watching TV. He's yelling his opinion at the television. She looks up from her food and agrees. They got 2 bumper stickers on their pickup truck. They keep their pickup parked outside. The one sticker says, "What would Jesus do?" The other bumper sticker says, "The power of pride." I was thumbing through the stations on my own television when I come across this guy on a religious station singing a song I wrote called Somebody's Coming. He sounded whiter than me somehow. It took me back in time to dwindling joy to when I was such a guilt-ridden Catholic boy. I'm evangelical agnostic now. That means I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm here to tell you that you don't either. Now, Christians, don't walk out on me just yet. You know whose name I'll be yelling when I'm clutching my chest. The same one my dad told me to and his told him to. I probably pray as much or more than you do and believe shit. I believe every word I sing, but believing and knowing, those are 2 different things. And if you're trying to change the way a stranger's life would have to go, I suppose this is where you'd want to stick to what you know, which is nothing you know and nothing for sure. So just chill till the next episode. Now back to the lecture at hand. Seems like my neighbor wants to kill what he can't understand. I say, you can't just kill what you don't understand. But then I turn on my TV. I say, oh yeah, we can, and we have. Since the dawn of man for countless gods, whose only real seeming plan is to see to it that clinging to life is our fate. And you got to admit, man, life is pretty fucking great, but it is killing me. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy birthday, Country Joe. I resolve to do like I always do. I ain't hurting nobody, I ain't hurting you. If life is anything, it's embarrassing. A rusty nail through a worn out shoe. You can't help but sit around and wonder sometimes why there's never anything that the nail can do, or think about how unfair it is that that shoe's just going where it's gotta go to. If you ain't the dumb kid out running around, well, you're gonna do what you're born to do. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy birthday, old country Joe. I resolve to do like I always do, and I've only ever made it about a day or two. Hell yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, baby. I'm having fun again. Hope you're having fun again. What else can we talk about? I'll tell you what, we were listening to that song China Grove today. Something that a lot of people don't know about China Grove is, though it's a part of the Lone Star State, people don't seem to care. They're just people looking to the east. Every one of them, every last fucking one of them. Got a compass. What's that mean? Does that mean they're kind of being Asian? There's this little town in Texas where everybody's kind of Asian. Is that right? Did I just say something? God damn it. Well, conservative Christian, right-wing Republican, straight white American male, soul-saving, flag-waving, rush-loving, lamb-paving, personal friends to the quail, quite diligently working so hard to keep the free reins of this democracy. From tree-hugging, peace-loving, pot-smoking, porn-watching, lazy-ass hippies like me. Tree-hugging, peace-loving, pro-choicing, gay-wedding, widespread panic-digging hippies like me. Skin-color-blinded, conspiracy-minded protesters of corporate greed. We who have nothing and most likely will until we all end up locked up in jails by conservative Christian, right-wing Republican, straight white American male. Diamond their dogs, boys and girls are living together in two separate worlds. We're following leaders up mountains of shame. We're looking for someone to blame. I know who I like to blame. Conservative Christian, right-wing Republican, straight white American males, soul-saving, flag-waving, rush-loving, lamb-paving, regional leaders of sales, shirt-tugging, frat-housing, cake-tapping, backslapping, hater of hippies like me. Tree-hugging, peace-loving, pot-smoking, porn-watching, lazy-ass hippies like me. Tree-hugging, peace-loving, pot-smoking, porn-watching, lazy-ass hippies like me. Ooh, yodelay-yodel, yodelay-yodel, yodelay-yodeling old stoners like me. Put your foot on a rock. Huh, man, that's probably my main jam. That doesn't even spell shit all. I made that up on that. That was a record called East Nashville Skyline. It's kind of neat if you think, like, so when I made that record, I was going to be my 6th time. When you make an album, you make the songs up You play them for the record company. They give you the money if they think the songs are good, and then you make the record. Fair, right? But that part always jacked me up because I'd always get my confidence knocked off when I went through that process. So check this out. Eric McConnell, Will Kimbrough, Paul Griffith, Dave Jakes, all these guys, I went over to Eric's house, and I said, I want to make an album, but I don't have any money. And if the label doesn't like it, I guess I'm going to help out around everybody's house for a while, you know. And it worked out, but those guys all took that chance. Now, we were all in our mid-30s, and somebody told me the other day they never did get paid. I totally blame somebody else for that. I guess I shouldn't have brought any of this up. This show isn't going as well as some of the others. I'd like to send this out to Bob Weir, who I'm very well aware is the leader of the, well, not the leader. I was just going to do another one, too, just to make it even better. Remember, we all knew he was in Cheap Trick, and they were fantastic, and now he's got that place out there. I'm just joking, because Brian is a bit, well, we all are big deadheads. Brian, in particular, gets murderous over it. And, but big ups to Bobby. Irie Ice to Bobby, man, for keeping it going and keeping it alive. I'll tell you another funny story. One time, I was playing in Atlanta at kind of a bottom phase for myself, and there was this kid opening up named John Mayer, and I was throwing up in the garbage can, and he was going la 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 la, and I was going and then he was going la 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 la, and I looked up and I said, "You're never gonna make it," and I was right. Now I'm gonna do this for Bob Weir. Just in the morning, I was hanging around in the house. I had the new book with all those pictures of Madonna naked in it. I was checking it out. Standing in front of my king through the door. Said, never paid me for no scumbag before. Didn't want to see me no more. I don't know why. Think I'm an alright guy. Think I'm an alright guy. I just want to live till I gotta die. I know I ain't perfect. God knows I'll try. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm alright. I know I'm dirty and I know I've smoked a little bit of dope in my time. It ain't like I went on TV and tore up a picture of the Pope like Sinead O'Connor did that time. Remember when Sinead O'Connor did that time? I know I get wild, I know I get drunk. Ain't like I've got a bunch of bodies in my trunk. Old man used to call me a no good punk, and I still don't know why. I think I'm an alright guy. Sing along at home. I think I'm an alright guy. I just wanna live until I've got it. I know I ain't perfect. Yeah, I know I try. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm alright. Just the other night, you know, these cops pulled me over outside of a bar. They turned on their lights. They said, hey, old timer, I'm gonna have to ask you to step out of the car. I was only kidding when I called him a couple of dicks. Still they made me do the stupid human tricks. Now I'm stuck in this jail with a bunch of dumb hicks, and I still don't know why. I think I'm the right guy. I think I'm the right guy. I think I'm the right guy. I think I'm alright. Yeah, all right, guy. Going back to the 90s. See, I was joking that Bob plays some slow. He's slow. I love it. I'm having it. I'll never work Sweetwater again. Why'd you do this to me? You should have told me. You shouldn't have told me. Well, this song features the best guitar bit that I know. Oh! This might be my favorite. Some of my favorites go back and forth, but this one I've always enjoyed. And I made it up. I was probably 22. Oh, life too short to worry, life too long to wait. You're too short not to love everybody, and life too long to hate. I meet a lot of men that haggle and finagle all the time, trying to save a nickel, maybe make it die. Well, not me, boy, no sorry that I ain't got no time. Well, old Miss Burgess just tended bar at this shack out in the hills. They never made no money, boy, but he paid up all of the bills. She must have been 80 years old. Her heart was warm and her beer was cold. She gave away more than she ever sold. She'd be smiling all the time. I used to sing off in the corner. It's like every Friday night. To a loud crowd of cowboys, the bikers and barroom fights. They'd be drinking beer and they'd be carrying on. Not a one of them had listened to one of my songs, but old Miss Virgin, she'd be singing along. She said she knew all my songs by heart. And then one night, after closing up, she poured me a beer. She said, come over here and sit down, you little shit. I got something that you need to hear. She said, life ain't that easy getting through. Everybody gonna try to make it tough on you. I tell you right now, if you do what you do, Lord, they're never gonna get you down. She said you sing it like a life too short to worry, life too long to wait. You live too short not to love everybody, life too long to hate. You ought to let her meet a lot of men that haggle, finagle all the time, trying to save a nickel, maybe make it down. Well, not me, well, no sorry, boy, I ain't got no time. Well, what a day, what a beach, what a dog. Look out. Oh, darling, I'm hot today. I ain't seen old Virgie, God, I guess it's probably been 30-some years. I've been bumming around this old country, I sing my song for my tips and my beers, mostly beers, now the nights are long. And the driving is tough, and the hotels are weird, and the pay sucks. I can't dig what I do enough, Lord, it never ever gets me down. I'm always singing life is too short to work, life too long to wait. Short and I love everybody, life too long to hate. I meet a lot of men that haggle and finagle all the time, trying to save a nickel, maybe make it down. But not me, no sweet baby. You gotta dig what you do. Oh Lord, you got to dig what you do. Pick it. There was this old guy that used to hang around there while I would play. One night at the end of the summer, he came up and he told me that I sucked. I understood what he meant, but he was talking about the guitar bits. He said I was just playing 3 chords. He was a big fan of Eddie Van Halen. That's why I come up with this part. I did it for him. Yep. Eat your heart out, you inbred son of a bitch. You gotta love what you do. You gotta love what you do. Ooh, yeah, sing it one more time. Hey, life too short to worry about, life too long to wait. too short not to love everybody. Life is too long to hate. I meet a lot of men that haggle and they finagle all the time, trying to save a nickel, make it dime. And not me, oh no siree, baby, dying. You know that 4 out of 5 dentists. How many times have you heard about the 4 out of 5 dentists? Every single toothpaste that you can imagine, recommended by 4 out of 5 of them motherfuckers. What's the matter with that one guy? You gotta love what you do. If you don't like toothpaste, man, get out the game. Life too short to worry, life too long to wait. It's too short not to love everybody, life too long to hate. Play that again. Oh, I mean a lot of men that haggle, finagle all the time, trying to save a nickel, maybe make 10 cents. Not me, baby. Yo, lady, yo, cha cha cha. Big show today. Big show today. You know, I said it when I started these shows, but I haven't said it as much lately, and that is, if you remember right before this pandemic hit, our neighborhood got hit by a tornado. This, a ton of musicians you like live here, and all our favorite bartenders and stuff. So as soon as you can, please come see us and spend a couple days banging around our neighborhood. I say that because East Nashville started getting pretty East Nashville-y when Mike Rhymes opened up a place called the Slow Bar, and there was a place called the Radio Cafe down the street, and Skip Litz ran the sound there. And together, those two, in my opinion, along with Gillian Welch, who just put out a bunch of new stuff, Gillian and David, they had that studio. Really, the 4 of them built this, really, I guess, not to get too sentimental, but when I got here, it felt really comfortable to do this kind of thing, and it still feels that way. So if you're a troubadour of sorts, man, come down here. We've been waiting for you. Smoking long black Cadillac, the engine whining on. Park it up on the sidewalk, like he don't whole damn town. I've heard him talking to some chick through a thick ghost of smoke, through the thicker haze of southern comfort and cold. Say, girl, you're harder than hinges hanging off the gates of hell. Don't be afraid to turn to me, babe, if he don't treat you well. And by he meant me, so I laughed and I shook his head. He laughed a little bit louder as he would yell up at that band to play a train song. Hold me one more round, make 'em leave my boots on the day they lay me down. On the way, locomotive, I'm on my one-trick man, looking for any kind of trouble that I can't find. Got this old black leather jacket, I got a pack of Marlboro Reds, stash here in my pocket. I got these thoughts in my own head. I've got the right to run until I've got to walk, until I've got to crawl. I got the moment that I'm in right now and nothing else at all. Play a train song, pour me one more round, make 'em leave my boots on the day they lay me down. I am a wrong way locomotive, I'm on my one-trick mind. the television blazing light, looking around this place. Found him cold there on the sofa, a little smile across his face. And boy, I've tried to learn my sadness, you know I'm still never weak. For a man who looked to me like he died laughing in his sleep, singing the train song, drinking one last round, little leaving boots on the day they laid him down. It was the wrong way, locomotives out of one track mind. Play train song, play train song, play train song. Yeah, kick out the jams, motherfuckers. I'm gonna do a couple more. I think we're probably finished. There's no touring this year, am I right? Maybe at the end. No. I can tell you, I am having no luck with the Visine. None. I've been trying to fix it, make it happen. I put it in my eyes. Drink Coronas. Now, I'm a little bit, I came in a little, you know, a little stoned today, but I think we had a good time. And I don't think we'll lose our sponsors. Hey, speaking of losing your sponsors, get on YouTube and look up Hank Williams Jr., Kansas City. Just do that. That's 17 minutes you'll thank me for. Shit can fan damseline. That's what he says. You ever heard that? It's a good concert. Good concert. But there was so much booing, it was hard to hear. Hard to hear. Seemed like he'd spent the day getting ready too, and they didn't appreciate it. All right, speaking of songs, I'm going to send this out to the late, great Guy Clark and Susanna Clark for... there's something about this town, man. Come to it. You know, my first day here in Nashville, it didn't seem like much of one. I was drinking till I had fallen asleep out in the sun. I was working on a song I guess I'm still working on. I call it Where Will I Go Now That I'm Gone. When that last line first come to me, I was only 22. For 25, I'd realized it was all I could do to make it to the end. But then again, I always knew if I never got it finished, I could die trying to. Last night, I thought I had it right here in my hotel. It faded out the further sleep that I fell. When I woke up this morning, I was more than twice my age, and I had left myself this note here on another empty page. Where will I go now that I'm gone? I thought maybe you've been chasing a song too long. It's turned into a song about a song you're working on. Man, it's gone. Come on, let it go. But you know, giving up a dream is just like making one true. It's easy to sit around talking about, it's harder to go out and do. But for this one last question, you know, I would just give up on this song. Where will I go now that I'm gone? That I'm gone, I'm gone. Where will I go? And that just made me think of my old friend Rivers Rutherford and another cat I've known a long time named Casey Bethard, man. Look those dudes up. If you're watching or somebody shows this to you, love you guys, man. Keep up the great work over there. And then I'm going to leave you here with this. That's my favorite thing to do in the whole world. If I had to pick a favorite thing, period, it would probably be the Stones. But a favorite thing to do would be that fun to do at home. That would indicate that you were down. Take your time. Tell me slow. Shall I stay? Well, we both know you thought you knew what I was just about to say, and you did not know, but you always think you do. I'll tell you something. I've been looking back over my shoulder. It's not you that I've got to blame. If I could do all this all over, I would do very little the same. Seemed like the right thing at the time. Lord, it seemed like the right thing at the time. Oh, 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 oh. I tried to remember. Help me to forgive. The older that I get, the older I get, the more I worry. That the more I worry, the older I'm gonna get. And yet I still worry about that. Ain't that about a son of a bitch, I tell you. Some guys can't take no for an answer. Some guys can't even take yes for an answer. I can't say for sure how I ended up here, but if I had to guess, I guess I'd say seemed like the right thing at the time. Well, it seemed like the right thing at the time. Oh, oh. Oh, 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 when I'm trying to find some kind of way I can cope, I got to admit, ain't so much the despair that gets me as it is the hope. You know, there's always hope. When I found myself in possession of these car keys, I just naturally assumed that I could drive. Ooh-wee. it seemed like the right thing at the time, baby. Thought it seemed like the right thing, yeah, at the time, baby. Oh, 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 y'all, thank you for tuning in again on another Sunday. Best of birthdays to you, Ramblin' Jack. I hope you take care of each other out there. Oh, 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 hey, yeah, summertime blue, join up and down your blue suede shoe. Hey, shot, summertime blue, join up and down in your blue suede shoe. See you next time. Cha cha cha.
To put the keys in my ignition, and the morning sun has yet to climb my helmet. But before too long, I might see those flashing red lights. Look out, mama, 'cause I'm coming home tonight. I think I'll roll another number for the road. I feel able to get underneath.
In another time, forgotten space, your eyes look through your mother's face. Wildwood sea, full of sand and stone. May the four winds blow you safely home. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. I tell you where the four winds dwell. In Franklin's tower there hangs a bell. It can ring by night or day. If you get confused, listen to the music play. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. God saves the child who rings that bell. I may have one good ring, baby, you can't tell. One watch by night, one watch by day. If you get confused, just listen to the music play. Some come to laugh, they're passed away. Some come to make it just one more day. whichever way your pleasure tends. If you plant ice, you're gonna harvest wind. Roll away the dew, roll away the dew, roll away the dew, roll away the dew. I tell you where before wind sleep, like a 14 hound, the lighthouse key, a wildwood sea, sand and stone. A map before winds blow you safely home. Roll away the dew, roll away the dew, roll away the dew, roll away, roll away. Thank y'all for listening again on a Sunday, but I really want to thank Bob Weir and the cast over there at Sweetwater for taking care of us so many times. We look forward to getting back and seeing you guys again. We nailed it. They loved us. All right.